Indianapolis, John Pollard has a story to tell. He's the Vice President of Business Development at Zebra Sports, the section of Zebra Technologies responsible for all of those juicy next-gen stats NFL fans have been consuming the last few seasons. Pollard's story, which he tells on a break from a busy day of meetings at the JW Marriott this week, is one that goes to show just how beneficial his product can be, both to players and to teams. It's convincing. I was visiting a team that had a no.1 receiver who had caught a pass that looked like it was going to be a sure touchdown, Pollard said, referencing a game from last season. More from the combine, it was a 9-route, straight down the field. He was ahead of everybody. He was going to score. And from outside the video frame came another player that caught this player from behind. The player that caught the no.1 receiver from behind was someone who was 3rd or 4th on the depth chart because we were later into the season and there had been injuries. Who's this player? Because he'd run 21.5 miles per hour in pursuit. That led the team to go look at who the player was. They found out that that player had also hit those types of numbers in terms of pure speed for 3 previous games. He had a small sampling of work that was interesting. They went to the scouting report and found that that player had actually run a higher than 4.5-second 40 here in Indianapolis. Based on the Indianapolis assessment, he was not somebody they would have considered a draft pick. He would have been an undrafted free agent or a camp invite. Based on the 21.5 miles per hour on that particular play, the team said if they knew that or had that as a frame of reference, they might have had him as high as a 4th-round potential draft pick. These are the types of nuggets of information that are now accessible to teams after the NFL agreed to make data generated from every game, by all 32 teams, available league-wide. For 2 years, teams only had access to their own numbers. But in 2018 that changed, and now teams can peruse 3 years of data generated by themselves and their competitors. Is the combine next? The players in Indy this week are not yet members of the league, so the NFL hasn't outfitted their t-shirts with chips to track their movement. But it seems as though the technology has gotten to the point that we're barreling toward that inevitability. And why not? Stories like that of the fast 4th stringer happen all the time. They have forever. Malcolm Butler, for example, ran a 4.6-second 40 at Alabama's Pro Day in 2014. It's part of the reason he didn't get drafted. The Patriots tried him out, sure, but they missed on him in the draft like everyone else. But might more widespread use of the technology available help reduce the rate of those misses? Information is power, no? Having more data on players, better data, can lead to better decisions, more efficient practices, and potentially fewer injuries because the real-time data can make coaches and trainers aware of fatigue. That's what you're after if you're a client of Zebra Technologies, which is nearing the end of a 5-year deal with the league that has not yet been extended. These professional evaluators are experts, Pollard said. We're not trying to replace what they do. We're just allowing them to be more efficient and giving them another set of information that they might look at that could be directional and point them to a player they might not have considered, yet we're still judging players' speeds based on 40 times and not top speeds in mph. 3 cone times are deemed enough when the technology exists to provide teams with information on exactly how quickly players accelerate as they change direction. Zebra's RFID-based technology, with chips sending signals to nearby receiver boxes to provide accurate and quick hitting on your tablet in 3 seconds. Information resides in all 32 stadiums and would be an option at Lucas Oil Stadium for the combine. A scout's stopwatch is already fairly obsolete these days with laser finish lines that get exact times for events like the 40. And in a stadium like Indy's, which is set up to churn out information, those plastic timepieces seem particularly old. But even timing gate systems, aka lasers, might someday simply complement the tracking data that can provide information on things like acceleration and drop-off during sprints. Plus, not only would we know player speeds and MPH if RFID-based technology was used at the combine, but with chips in footballs, it would be possible to track the velocity and spin rate of throws made during combine quarterback workouts. Wouldn't understanding these passing numbers, and others including peak height, air distance and hang time, in real time make for a more interesting event? Viewers may like a little extra information to chew on while they watch quarterbacks throw on air. Sure, those numbers broadcast to the world might make for more heavily scrutinized young athletes fresh off of their college seasons. But the Senior Bowl is on board. South Carolina wideout Deebo Samuel was the fastest player in mobile, based on his MPH. Maybe the combine is next. It feels like it's only a matter of time before we're there. The technology is. What better position can we be in as a service provider or a partner for the league? Pollard said, if our information and technology can help teams become more efficient and more effective in their decision-making process, if it can help support the career of a player, and provide more experiences and excitement for fans from that perspective, and also help the league itself, help manage a game, evolve the game, and present the game to us as fans, then we're in pretty good position. We're pretty excited about our relationship. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.